What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Enigmatica 2 Expert. Oh yeah, guys. So we've been using food, we've been running out of food. I keep having to make these plowman lunches, and it's not exceptionally easy to do because pretty much all the materials that are required to make this thing, you gotta go farm. Yeah, so bread, for instance, comes from dough, which comes from flour, which comes from wheat. We don't even have any, like a wheat farm set up, so I can't just go out there and collect a whole bunch of wheat really fast. What we do have set up out here, though, is this little crop area. Yeah, it's kind of sad looking, but it's like one of all the different plants that we need to make our plowman's lunch. And then we also have an apple tree over here where we can get apples from by bone mealing. So yeah, there's a few ways that we've been collecting the resources, but I just got done making this automated user from Cyclic. Yeah, we had to make a computer last episode, which is pretty much the same thing as what I did here. I think that was an advanced computer I had to make. But yeah, so since we already made one of those, I just went ahead and made this, and really it's not that big of a deal. We have all of this stuff. So yeah, automated user. So this thing will make it so farming wheat, for instance, is no big deal. You can set it to a different range if you want. I'm just going to set it to the 1x1. You can change the tick delay, but we're just going to leave it at the lowest tick, the default setting. And you can change it between use and attack. So we're just going to do a use setting. So if we come over here and we grab, I don't know, bone meal. Yeah, that's what we're going to need. We grab this bone meal. We can throw that in here. And obviously we need power, so let's grab a flux point. And select the network. Doesn't matter the limit. Yes, so this is chewing through that bone meal real fast. Spam right-clicking on the farms. So we are collecting wheat very, very quickly. And with hardly any input from us at all. Like, it does have to be filled up with wheat. And we could make a few of these and completely automate this entire process. It might be something that we do in the future. I almost wonder if we should set up the, what's the other thing? The garden cloches for these? I don't know. But anyway, I've been using this thing a little bit, farming up the different resources that we need, the wheat and so on. Wheat you can also put through a pulverizer, which is something, I guess, fairly new. For us, yeah, you put it through the pulverizer, you get 2 flour, and then that flour, like we saw, can be turned into dough, which turns into bread. And I don't think there's any further way of doubling it beyond that point. But yes, this automated user, this thing is amazing. It only uses like 10 RF per tick or something. It's not that expensive on power either. Yeah. Anyway, so this is our new way of farming up crops. You can use it for right-clicking bone meal on the apples and any of these other crops that we need to grow. So yeah, I was able to farm a whole lot of the stuff for our plowman's lunches very, very quickly. Okay, so today what I was looking at is we have some quests here in the extra utilities section that we need to knock out. So I've already made, which one was it? Yeah, I've already made the enchanter, but that's locked out because we never made a crusher or a furnace. We don't really need these, but we should unlock the quests anyway because that's what this pack is about, is doing these quests, right? So let's make ourselves extra crusher so we can unlock the next one. I don't think this is expensive. It's not that bad. We do need a machine blocks. Probably gonna need 2 of those. So I'll just tell it to craft 2. And then we're gonna need a couple of pistons. So we can make like, I don't know, 10 of those. Probably more than what we're gonna need, but that's gonna be fine. So how are we doing on this? It is done. Awesome. Get back in here, do this, and there we go, crusher. So we should get a quest complete for that one. Okay, so the crusher's done. Furnace. Yep, furnace is the next one. Let's take a look at that. Furnace. This guy. So again, machine block with some bricks around it. I think we have brick on auto craft. We certainly do. And there we go. Awesome. Furnace done. Another quest complete. And then we should get the enchanter quest as well because we have that guy sitting right over here. Yes. Awesome. Okay, so there is 3 quests knocked out. Go and claim these guys. And that one. Very good. we gonna get something epic or just more food? A dragon egg. Okay, I didn't even know you could get dragon eggs. I assume this will spawn a dragon. Okay, that's interesting. Ooh. Oh, chemical thrower? I thought we got something like really good. Yeah, that's probably not something we're gonna be using. And then extreme chili. All right. So yes, chemical thrower, you can fill this up with pretty much any kind of a fluid if I remember correctly, but it's not worth using. Dragon egg. If we go to the uses on this, there's no uses. I assume we right-click this and we can spawn a dragon or something. I'm not really that interested in doing that. I tried finding some information on the Ice and Fire mod, and I was pretty much unsuccessful in trying to find out what those items are that we made in the last episode. But something I did see, though, the dragon skulls. I went to the desert, and yeah, we got some stage 5 ones. I went to the desert over there where we seen like dragon skeletons before. Apparently those give you stage 5. But yeah, shift right clicking on them gave me more bones, and then of course the dragon skulls. But the thing that I did see is that you can take these dragon skulls and you can place them. Yeah, I don't know if you want that in your base, and then like a shift right click, you can turn it so it's facing whichever direction you want it to be, which I thought that was kind of interesting. And then also carry-on works with these things. If you get really close to it, now you can't see anything. Oh, goodness. Okay, yeah, I don't think we're going to be doing that, but I saw that you could do that, so I'd share it with you guys. Yeah, like I said, I tried looking up some of the stuff on this Ice and Fire mod. I couldn't figure out what this is. I didn't see any, like, wiki or whatever that said what these things do. If you guys know, let me know. But anyway, let's continue on here. So yeah, GP Generation 3, Dragon Egg Mill. This is another one that we can do. We weren't able to do this previously. Dragon Egg Mill. We weren't able to do this previously because this required nether stars. And now we have all of the nether stars, so that's not a big deal. So we just need to make one of these guys, and we need to make one of those. Redstone, I think we have that on craft. Okay. There you go. Dragon Egg Mill. Get. I was like, quest complete? Question mark? Dragon Egg. So if we put a dragon egg on the Dragon Egg Mill, we get 500 GP. I think we're going to do that. So our current GP generation is over here. We're just using a few of these water mills. I think we'll just stick this guy over here in the same general area. Make sure we're in a chunk that's probably loaded. I don't know if these have to be chunk loaded or not, but we'll just put it right here. That's fine. Okay, so now we're getting an additional 500 GP, so we don't have to worry about GP pretty much at all, which is great. Okay, so that's a good use of 2 more nether stars, I suppose. So going back to this, Deep Dark. Let's claim this one. Let's see what we get here. First of all, boop. We get obsidian pressure plates. I believe those only work for a player. I think those are player activated. Anyway, no use for those at the moment. So yeah, Deep Dark. Let's take a look at this. The Deep Dark is a scary, dark cave dimension. It has twice the ore generation of the overworld. Something's lurking in the darkness. You better bring torches. Okay, so we've been to the Deep Dark before in other packs. Deep Dark. I know this does require a lot of stuff. I don't know if we can do it. So iridium, draconium, litherite, that's not a big deal. And then we need 4 sextuple compressed cobblestone. So that's a little over 500,000. So we need about 2.6 million? No. Anyway, how much? We need over 2 million. I'm trying to figure that out in my head. It's not working. Cobblestone, we have 2.8 million. So we should be okay. So double compressed cobblestone, we need to turn into sextuple compressed. So let's see if we can do this. Well, anyway, now that mess is out of the way, we are able to craft a deep dark portal. Oh yeah. So there we go, deep dark portal. We can now get to another dimension, which is pretty cool. So I guess I'm not sure where we're gonna put this. I don't think we're gonna be going to the deep dark that often. Maybe we just stick it over here by this portal. Kind of stick it in the corner or something like that. That should be fine. We're gonna want our digital miner. What? Oh, you know what? I put it in my pouch, didn't I? Yeah. Flex point and a digital miner. So we have those things in here. I guess we can put that one away. Cool. So let's go to the deep dark after we grab some torches. We got a whole bunch of them. What was that other thing we got? Didn't we get like a torch thingy a while ago? This automatic torch. Yeah. So that's got mending and unbreaking on it. I think we will want this in our inventory. Okay, so let's go to the deep dark and check this dimension out. I'm sure it's going to be just like we've seen in the past, but let's check it out. That was fast to get here. Okay, very good. So we're going to want to, first of all, put a waypoint here for the portal. New portal, save, close. Awesome. So yeah, this dimension has gone through some changes in the past, but pretty much you need to have a light level on you or you start suffocating. Yeah, you can't be in the complete darkness. The monsters in this dimension, from what I remember, let's turn this thing on. Oh, you gotta right click it. The monsters in this dimension, from what I remember, have more health than normal overworld counterparts. They're like double health and they do more damage, I do believe. So it is a little bit more difficult, but if you keep things lit up and like you're just in here for mining or whatever, that's not really a big deal. Okay, here we go. Now we're breaking out into the main portion of the deep dark area. So I see Thaumcraft stuff around, the crystals. All right. What I like to do is to kind of throw a bunch of torches around here so it's like super easy to see where you got to go. We should also put another waypoint, I guess. That might just be the only thing we need to do. New tunnel, save. That way we know that's where we're going. Anyway, let's pop all the way down here. There's an arrow there. Was something shooting at me from like forever away? Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I mean the deep dark, it's kind of a cool looking dimension. Yeah, we can just throw torches, I guess, and walk around. The step assist is nice. The automatic torching is nice. These monsters though, they're gonna pose a little bit of a problem. And again, I don't know if there's anything interesting here other than, you know, the higher ore spawn rates. So maybe something we could do. I'll dig down, get to like a safe place. Or I guess we can do it from the ceiling, but yeah, I'll probably just end up digging down a little bit, getting into a safe place where there's no monsters, and then using the digital miner and see, like, for instance, if we search for uranium ore, how much we can find. In the overworld, the most I was finding is like 400. So here in the deep dark, we should see something like 800 if it is double the ore, which would be kind of interesting. All right, guys, so I just dug straight down, all the way down to bedrock. There's a lot of lava around, so I'm having to block it up with cobblestone or whatever. But yeah, we can see there's malachite ore. These are things that we weren't able to find in the overworld. We had to sift for them. Just some draconium ore around, lots of redstone, lots of iron, platinum, like all sorts of resources around, so that's fantastic. Let's grab our digital miner here. Grab this thing like so. Oh, I can't place it there. You know, there is a little bit of a trick that I want to show you guys. So let's bring it up 2 blocks. We'll do that. Okay. So our digital miner is just kind of floating in midair. Let's give it... Oh, did I not grab the power? I didn't grab the power. All right. So our digital miner is just floating up in midair. We have it set to look for uranium, I do believe. So we'll start... Yeah, so almost 800. Now, I was talking about wanting to speed up the digital miner, and I was trying to click on it, and I couldn't figure out. Yeah, it's this bottom block right here, the bottom center. That's where you actually place it. That's the block that gets sped up by, like, time in a bottle. So we can do something like this. Yeah, and then we can get ore super fast. Yeah, that's pretty good, huh? I think so. All right, so that's something cool that I found out. So yeah, let's search for like draconium. Let's stop. I think we have to click reset, config, new filter, or dictionary. We want or draconium. Can you do a star? Does that work? It does. Okay, so we'll save that one. Let's see if we click start. Okay, so it only finds 18 of those. So let's stop. We'll still touch those. So we get the actual ores, and we can like do what we want to do with those a little bit better, fortune them ourselves or whatnot. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So we can get draconium very easily. We can get uranium really fast. Any of these ores that we want, like redstone, if we want a whole bunch of that, yeah, very, very easy. And then we can also speed it up by using the time of a bottle on this bottom center block. Probably one of the next things we should do that is not related to extra utilities is upgrade our void ore miner. Yeah, we're definitely going to need this thing upgraded for the future, and it's going to take a while to get the ores that we need, so we might as well start now. We have plenty of power coming in, so power is no longer an issue. I was kind of looking at the resources structure frame. Like, these really aren't too bad now. We should have all the cryonite we need. Structure frame tier 2 requires tier 1, which requires this stuff, which requires the interconnects, which are these connectors. So that was a whole lot of tin and signalum, right? So I'm pretty sure that we have all of that stuff auto-craftable. So yeah, I think now is about the time where we should look at setting up recipes to get all this stuff auto-crafting. Speaking of recipes, I did set up recipes in our system here to do storage components. So all these different ones we have auto-craftable. I did want to upgrade our auto-crafting system to these 64K ME storage components. So let's make one. If we tell it to make one, it's going to require just a little bit of resource. It's really not that big of a deal. So we'll start that up. I will take apart one of our currently existing crafting storages over here. We can recover the 16K out of this one, and then probably I'll take apart all of these before I do the last one, and then we can turn 3 of these 16Ks into the final 64K. So we'll save a little bit of resource like that. Yeah, they're all upgradable and they're usable like that, so that's pretty cool. So anyway, I'm gonna wait for this to finish up. I'm gonna make a whole bunch of recipes here in order to make the structure frame tier 3s, and I might even make the tier 4 ones for the future. But yeah, I was kind of looking through the book here, and in order to make the tier 3, we need 56 of the structure frame tier 3s. We only needed 32 of the tier 2, so we're going to need quite a bit more of the structure frame tier 1s turned into the 2s, turned into the 3s, right? We need a bunch more structure panels. Yep. So there's a lot of crafting that we're going to have to do. And then, of course, we're going to want the speed modifiers in there. So I'm going to go ahead and get these patterns going, and we'll continue on, guys. Okay, so we got a lot of patterns set up here for all of this auto crafting. Yeah, we have the interconnects set up, structure frame tier 6 all the way through tier 1. The modifier components, connectors, black concrete powder, structure panel, iron bars. So all those things together should allow us to craft everything we need. So we need 56 structure frame tier 3. Structure frame tier 3, we need 56 of these. So if we tell it to make 56, it looks like we have everything ready to go, but does have to craft about 400 signalum. Now we have that going in the alloy furnace, and then it's also got to craft aluminum brass. That's in the induction smelter. But yeah, I think we should be pretty good to go here. So if we start this up, hopefully it won't take too terribly long. I think the longest part is probably going to be the signalum. We got going on over here. Yeah, that's going. Like, can we speed this up though? Is that too fast? We keeping up on power? Looks like we're keeping up on power. Yeah, we're actually losing a little bit of power. But yeah, I went through it pretty quickly and should be okay now. So is this autocraft done? It is. Okay, so we have the 56 structure frame tier 3s. So next step is, oh, we got a quest complete for that. Next step is we need 52 structure panels. 52, so we need 32 more of these. And looks like we got everything for that. Again, it's got to do more signalum. We can go help speed that up a bit. Doot, doot, doot. Don't want to go too crazy on that. That should be just fine though. Awesome. Okay, so 52 of those guys. Moving on, we need 8 speed modifiers. Oh, you know what? I didn't make the thing for that. Speed modifier. So those guys are the null modifier plus mica. How much mica do we have? We got plenty. Can we just craft these? We need these null ones, so we need 4 more interconnects. Let's just craft up 4 of those because we already have 4 of the speed modifiers. So again, more of that signalum. Okay, let me help speed that up. Doot. Think that should be it. Yep, all right. Wait, why does that not go? Oh, we need to turn those into the null modifier, right? So this, 4 of those and the speed modifiers. Okay, so we ran out of these guys, which we can craft pretty easily, actually. All right, so speed modifiers. So we have those guys. So now the final step that we are going to need, well, I guess we need 1 more laser core, and then we are going to need to actually make the controller itself. Laser core, we needed, was it 4 of them? Yeah, we need 4 of those. So laser core, that means we need 2 more connectors. Man, we are chewing through like all of our tin. Oh boy, that's like the roughest part of doing this is making sure you have enough tin. Laser core. We need a lens. I think we want the gray laser lens is what I was using so we can get tin easier. Our tin supply right now, we were up to like 700 blocks or something. So yeah, we chewed through a whole lot of that. And then we also need the controller. So void or minor controller, controller tier 3. So we need these blocks. Whoops, what am I clicking on? That's not what I want to do. This stuff. So we need 6 of those. And then we need the old controller. Because it doesn't want to shift click in. Void or minor controller. There it is. Awesome. So now we should have everything to go, everything ready to go to make this thing. Now it is a different configuration. Previously we were doing a 7x5x7. It's now an 11x11. And then it will go up to eventually a 13x13 at the tier 6. So I feel like we should set this thing up so we can make it a 13x13 eventually and not have to move stuff around again. Yeah, so we need to do like 6 blocks away. All right, guys, so we got the tier 3 completely set up now. This thing is a beast. Look at the size of it, and we got all 8 of these speed modifiers. But the thing is, though, with this particular thing, with all those speed modifiers, we right-click on here, you can see it's using 123,000 FE per tick. That is a heck of a lot of power. Our extreme reactor over here is making 114,000. So we are using more power than we're even making. So even though I want to use all these speed modifiers, we have to tone it down. We have to cut back and just put in regular null modifiers in there. Yeah, there's no way we can sustain this. That's just too much power. Too much power. I do have some filtered things set in here. If you don't know, in the ME interface, if you have things filtered that your system can't like fulfill, it will show you the items in the interface as they come in. If you get rid of that, so it's not trying to fulfill anything, or if it has enough stuff in there to show you, like if I put one of these facades in here and we show out one, it still won't show it. But if we tell it to like show 10 of these facades and it can't fulfill that, then you can see the items as they're coming in. I don't know. It's kind of a quirky thing. But anyway, you can kind of see the speed in which we're getting items coming in. It's not super great. It's definitely not worth 123,000 FE per tick, right? Yeah, that's just a little out of control, I think. So yeah, we're going to have to tone this back just a bit. So the null modifiers, this thing, we need to make ourselves interconnect 4 more of those. I'm going to replace... Yeah, I think I'm going to replace 4 of the speed modifiers with 4 null modifiers. See how that works out for us. If we're using somewhere around 50,000 RF per tick, that's fine. But getting upwards of over 100, that's just a little crazy in my opinion. So there is 4 null modifiers. So let's get rid of, I don't know, how about this one, that one, this guy, and that guy. Okay, so we'll just have 4 speed modifiers, 4 null modifiers, and this thing is now using 66. Oh man, duration 38. I think that means 38 ticks, so it's just under 2 seconds every time it gets an item. I don't know if we use this thing on here. Like, I know it's going to be speeding it up, but does it use more power? Like, are we really draining? No, we're only outputting 60,000 still. I'm curious, is it like piping items in there really fast? Ooh, ooh. Oh, now I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. What is it doing? Is it going much faster? I don't think that's going. I don't even know if that has any effect on there. Okay, so I know I've used like the cheaty wand of cheatiness before, and that would speed this thing up. It doesn't look like this particular thing, the time in the bottle, does anything for it. So, all right, just something to note. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and probably replace 2 more of these speed modifiers with null modifiers, and then we'll continue on, guys. Well, I ended up switching out the laser lens to a blue laser lens for now. We do need to click palladium. Yeah, we need over 100 of it for upgrading to a tier 4. Let's get that out of the way, and after I changed that, I realized it is going a little slow for collecting that palladium, so I did add in 2 more of the speed modifiers back. So we are still using 4 of them, and we're using 66,000 FE per tick to collect this stuff. I'll probably tone that back down once we get the palladium that we need, but yeah, we definitely need to get through this at some point or another, so might as well get it done now. So we collected, or I guess we completed a quest here for the Deep Dark, so let's collect this loot chest. And then we also did some in environmental tech, so let's collect these as well. So the Void Ore Miner tier 3 and the Structure Frame tier 3 as well. So we get 3 more loot chests. We get a Drawer Controller, we get Pineapple Ham, and finally a Diamond Shield. Can we like... We can't pulverize that in the diamonds. So it's not completely useless. What does that thing look like anyway? I never use shields. They just take up too much of your screen space. And like, how often are you fighting skeletons or whatever? It really just doesn't make a lot of sense to me to have these things. But anyway, I think we've gotten a diamond shield before, right? Diamond shield, yeah. So we could pulverize those into diamonds. So you get 3 out of it. The recipe calls for 5 and a regular shield. So... at least we get some diamonds out of it, I suppose. But anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and call that an episode here. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it. Now we're up here. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.